Alright, what we're going to do is, I'll show you some of my progress that we've made where I clear out the squads. Okay, first off, let's take a look at my handsome array of artifacts. Just showing them off, essentially. I have enough steel shatters to equip my entire army. It's a decent number of Excaliburs. I guess you only ever find once in Credo. I have way more Giant's Threshers than I actually need or want. Especially since they're not going to be squads larger than mine. Here's why I have so many Giant's Threshers, or any other artifact for that matter. I basically will save scum, that's what it's called. I will fight an enemy, not on camera. Find an enemy, kill him. If he doesn't drop anything, I will load it. And I'll accept anything. I'm not picky, I just want something. So, for whatever reason, the game keeps dropping me Giant's Threshers. I could sell it, but do I really need the gold? The answer is no. So, we have a nice set of Sayonari Pikes. I like what this does to your threat value if I wanted to artificially inflate it. My threat value is already getting artificially inflated from my leadership. So here we've got the thing of Duros. I don't really know what it would be good for, because, for example, what you might put on, let's say, a gunpowder unit because they don't need magic. Well, why? Because they don't really benefit from strength either, and you lose armor. So I don't know. I mean, they benefit from strength as much as they benefit from magic, meaning they would get resistances. So you say, okay, put them on a physical unit, but you lose all of your magic in return for 25 strength? Now, you could combine this with the Crown of Iblis, or whatever it's called, but the last time I tried that, it deducted all of the stats using the Thing of Duros first, whether it was in the first slot or second slot or whatever, and then it applied the crown. So let's actually give this a shot. So let's first equip the crown. There it is, Saint Teresa's Tiara. So the way this patch has changed it, so to prevent you from promoting your guys, is it's done this as parentheses now. So I'm gonna lose 52 magic and gain 52 magic. So now let's go ahead and equip the Thing of Duros or whatever. See if maybe it works now. I don't know. Okay, so what we are getting is we are losing 52 magic from the Thing of Duros, or Iblis, it doesn't matter. But note that we are not getting it back. We are getting the 25 from the Thing, because the Thing by itself gives 25. So essentially, there is no point. I have not yet really found a good reason to go with the Thing of Duros over something else. Alright, let's see what else we got to show off. I like 0-point blades and Excaliburs, because they do a good job giving you armor class, better than most armors. So this is just my total stats. I would ignore this because that's with these combined. Look up here for the artifact itself. So plus 8 armor for a 0-point blade. Or if we go up to the Excaliburs that I have, yeah, plus 8 armor, plus 5 strength, plus 5 magic. It's not bad. Iskandar's Karambit, not Gambit. I think I said Gambit in a previous episode. This lets me do squad ambushes, just like I got 3 of those. That's pretty nice. Don't know if Obsidian Edges, and I'm not sure if I've already talked about this in an episode I've released. I do a lot of talking in that and stammering, and I edit a lot of it out. I never quite remember what I've released. But Obsidian's Edge, I do wonder if boss squads count for any star unit or just for the dudes with special music / inside a fortress. For example, in the mission with Sybil being an acolyte, there was that one paladin down here, Valkyrie. I always call him paladin. There was that one Valkyrie down here that was slightly higher level, like 32 or something. And she had boss music, so I'm gonna assume she was a boss squad, except she was mobile. So I'm gonna say that anybody with the boss music is, but probably not anybody with stars. I don't know. So this makes it way too limited in use. I would like Ataraxias, but I don't probably want need capacity boosting items anymore. Heartseekers have been pretty cool. Obsidian Arquebus, there's just not many times where I get to attack from a wall. Bloodstaves, I found a use for these now. I've started equipping my sorceress capture teams with them. Spellbooks are less powerful than the staves. Shinobi Geese and other evasion things have been greatly nerfed. I think the version of the game I was originally playing was like, we'll say 20% evasion. Now it's down to 3%. That's pathetic. Who would bother equipping this? I don't know, it's just a pet peeve of mine when developers decide that they want to nerf stuff. I never used the Shinobi Gi. I'm not upset about it. I mean, I think I did equip it once, but I never really did anything with it. It was just an idea I wanted to play with. That's the thing, though. You play with it because you want to see what happens. If there is literally no difference, let me go and unequip all this stuff. Let me go ahead and equip all this stuff. All right. Let's say I send Tran out to the battlefield. Okay. Would the outcome of that battle be any different if I had a Shinobi Gi on or not? Would that change anything? No, the answer is no. Doesn't matter if I had 9 guys in a squad or 1. Whatever I have and whatever I'm facing, it would not change anything. There's no value in this. This is worth about as much as the Giant's Thresher now. I don't know. I always just feel that when a developer nerfs stuff, I feel like they are feeling that their game is being beaten too easily. So they say like, no, you can't play this way. I don't know. That's just the way I interpret it. It's probably wrong. They're probably trying to really make a good balance, and I get that. I'm sure people are saying whatever they say must be great and law. I know that there are people like that. They're human just like you and me. Again, it just rubs me the wrong way. That's all. Imperial battle armor. It gives me less armor than the 0-point blade, but the only real reason I like these is it gives me capacity. So I have a lot of them. It's not that I'm specifically looking for them, though I would buy them if they showed up. Wouldn't buy a Giant's Thresher if it showed up. So there is that. I have a nice stockpile of hulking pavises. Is that how you say it? They also nerfed the amount these decreased, though they did say it wasn't working properly before anyways. I still have 4 of these, and I've only ever gotten to use this once, I think, in a practical sense. This is why, like in my very first episode, I'm pretty sure I talked about Dragon Slayers. You would have to deploy into the map to see that there are dragons. Well, no, you'd have to deploy into the map, look around to see if there are dragon units in the map, then go find one of your squads that you think will go to that dragon and give them a Dragon Slayer. This is why I feel like artifacts typically are way too limited for their own good. +2 strength. What am I going to do with +2 strength? Alright, anyways, continuing on. Boots of Tyranny. Love these so much. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 Boots of Tyranny. And I just so you know, I wrote a good marketplace. I'm not normally going to show you the marketplace, but I will this time since I'm spending so long talking about this stuff in between. Mostly because I was going to show off Azuros anyways. Let's go ahead and look at Azuros. He lost 3 levels apparently in the time he joined us, so that cost him 199 hit points. I really doubt. You know what? Let's just try it. I'm not going to necessarily keep this because I haven't done anything. But I'm going to level him up 3 times anyways and just see if that would get. No, we can already see actually that it would only give him 7 hit points. So the Azuros that we saw was far superior than this Azuros. He got nerfed. It's that common RPG syndrome where the NPC not in your team is far superior than the NPC that joins your team. Alright, but he is a squad leader, so there's that. You cannot change his class. You can disband him. I don't know if you can dismiss him. Where is he? Apparently you can. Oh, they fixed. No, they didn't. Okay, never mind. I was gonna say they fixed the word dismiss. No, it's just right here. Here it is right here. It is not. Is there anything else to show? Oh yeah, I was gonna show my army. Here's Jules. I like to have him as a raider. Now, I know I can always proof of merit these guys. I get it. I have proof of merit. And I could proof of merit them. In fact, I need to get the achievement for that at some point. The issue is, I don't know who to proof of merit. Probably would do Jeremy or something. People who can't change classes. Because I do change these guys around. Jules is generally going to be a raider, but I think on one occasion had him as a warbow. We can see that I've turned my sentinels into samurai. Percy, he started out as a spearman, became a samurai, then became a sentinel for a long period. Now he's a knight. So I generally fluctuate my characters a lot. The main reason Balrog and Filbert are dragoons is realistically, I wanted them to have a higher threat value to make it easier to make enemies surrender. So what I would do is I looked at all the classes they could evolve into. So samurai, 3200, 2600, 2600, 3800, 3400, 1300, 2200. So he's a dragoon. By making the enemy more able to surrender, I can more easily treasure hunt, especially if I'm saving, loading. I don't have to wait for battle. Alright, so let's take a look at some more of our characters. Beatrix. She is at level 99. This is, again, I wasn't actually... Okay, I know it sounds ludicrous. I wasn't actually trying to level her level-wise because she was powerful enough. What I was trying to do was I was trying to raise her leadership. That's it. So yeah, she got I think she started with me at level 28. So in the 71 levels she get, I think she get maybe 17 points of leadership or something. That's what I want for her. Is I want her to be a greater leader. Currently she can field 3 dragons, but that's about it. We're gonna have to work on that. I could give her some medals of valor. I haven't used any of these items yet. I don't know what I'm saving them for. Probably towards the end game I'll just pop them all on the hero and just run at the end boss or something. I don't know. We'll see. Stefan, Diana, and Tran aren't really anything special because I'm trying not to use them. We were already showing you Barnabas. Lysander, he is also another level 99 character. He's gone up to 92 leadership. He started, say, 85 leadership. And as a dark character, he's just not gaining fast. So I would probably try to change his affinity, which is something you can do in this current patch. I'd probably change Beatrix to something else as well. We know Zatini, we know and love him. I would probably give him Warrior's Hubris, though I haven't tested how valuable that is as an ability. So if we take a look at the other groups, there again we can see that they're all Warrior's Hubris, Sentinel / Samurais. So we'll skip them. We know Percy, these are all treasure hunters down here. This is my treasure hunter team I've had basically almost since the beginning of the game. So we'll real quick glance through this squad. I have every single named mercenary. These are all normal characters, and then we have all of the named heroes. So we have Slayer Alphonse, he was the first one to join us. General Bison, Warlord Tatar, Sir Roland, Lady Clarimond, Jedi Domek. I made him a ranger because I wanted him to get more levels, and in the testing I did, a ranger get more stat ups I agreed with more than a warbow. So I will change it to a warbow once he hits 99. A Cutthroat Clock, I probably should have changed him to a ranger, but I leveled him up as an assassin. I probably should have changed him to a ranger also and leveled him up. Tariq the Wicked, I think I leveled him up mostly as a ranger, not all the way, because I did find use in having him being a horsebow / raider. Matriarch Rosalie, who I think served time as a Valkyrie only after she became level 99. And we had the Wizards. I probably would change them all to Lightning Wizards, but I like the named mercenaries being the class that they joined in on, or at least a higher version of that class. I don't know if any of them came to me as tier 2. Oh, Sentinel Samuse came to me as tier 2. He was an apprentice, so I made him a Lightning Mage. Just similar as the Outcast. He started out as a Fire Mage, in fact, but then he mastered that, and I decided, you know what? I really like Lightning Mages more anyways. I'll go and let him master Lightning Mage, then we'll figure out what to do with him. So I did have a code. He was a Fire Mage, and then the Outcast starts out as a Lightning Mage. Coffee the Curious. She has a phenomenal magic stat. That is an incredible stat. Her skill is also something to behold. Lieutenant Archibald. I think I leveled him as a ranger because I didn't want him to have bad stat growth. So that's what I feel gunpowder units have, is bad stat growth. Cloud Render Athelis. I think I quickly made him a red dragon as soon as I could. And these are his stats once he has gone red dragon all the way and then morphed back to silver. And we have Azuros, who just joined us, and Renelin Steelheart. So these are all the named mercenaries. I have them all. Then we have all these other characters. I'm just going to go cycle through them. I think maybe last week my average character level was from 20 to 24 to 60. 24 was the lowest level. I know that much. Now my lowest level is I think 32. Average level is probably 60. Highest level, as you know, is obviously 99. All right, and I know I wasn't really intending to show Marketplace, but this is the kind of stuff I look for. So I'm still gonna farm markets to get good stuff, and then I'm gonna read all these books and all that. And of course, we'll also spend time in the arena. So the next time I show off my army, they'll have had time to train and maybe level 99 all the way for all we know. All right, so that's my army for this episode. Let's go ahead and deploy to Gaiden Chapter C. No mercy for the merciful. After the destruction of Lemelin Monastery and the Paladins were destroyed, many temple devotees were taken captive. Spies have uncovered a secret holding facility on Gateway Island. The Sisterhood of Mercy and many of the children are reported to be here awaiting sacrifice by the cult. This cannot be allowed to stand. Chapter 20, C. No mercy for the merciful. Hundreds of children have been brought here. The Xanath's cult way of life is perverse. so they must indoctrinate children. The only way to create a like-minded generation. These people, if left unchecked, they'll transform the whole world into mindless drones to serve their purposes. And they have time on their side. If we win this war, there will be no mercy for them. I'll make sure they and their ideas are extinct forever. This mission has a bit of a twist, not too much of one, and since I'm going to be taking the time to carefully explain everything in the mission, this is not going to be exactly how I played it in my canon playthrough, or whatever you want to call it. So for example, for the purpose of this mission, we have given Diana Silver Tongue. I wouldn't normally keep it on her. Maybe she will eventually learn it, but we wouldn't worry about that. Because I want her to talk to them. I'm trying to demo what happens if you make the enemy surrender at the end of the map. Barnabas wouldn't normally do this, especially in a live fire exercise, but these are fresh rookie recruits, level 28, straight off the marketplace. I'm going to show you him training leadership and what that looks like. It's just masses of pop-ups. These two are tanks. This is how I did run the map. And we have a Centurion in the front and 2 Hospitallers in the back. Let's take a look at what they are like. So these guys are the Sentinels from the last mission, except I've leveled them back down, demoted them from Sentinel to Spearman, and then promoted them to Centurion. There's a reason for Centurion on this map, for my tanks. These were Paladins, or Valkyries. I always call them Paladins. These were Valkyries. I went ahead and demoted them down to Hospitaller. Cutthroat Clock. He's also here to kind of showcase doing something a little unorthodox, but we don't really have to worry too much about him. We'll put him back in the back for now. Beatrix, we're going to bring her for the sheer firepower because she makes it easy to make enemies surrender, which is again part of the gimmick I'm doing here. Adelina and Linnea and Fakri are my normal soldiers, except I've turned them from Valkyries into Paladins. Ha, I used it right this time. Additionally, I've thrown in a Zweihander in the front row. So this is still a cavalry unit, but infantry are in the front, and I'll kind of explain my choice for that. Also, they're bringing in Senthos the Mage, Muse, the Outcast, and Conrad the Code, but except I've changed them all to Fire Mages for this mission. And we'll do Barnabas, as we mentioned before. That looks like it's everything for my squad. Now let's talk about the map here. There are a lot of enemies that do not surrender on this map. It's not that I can't make them surrender, it's that they won't surrender. So for example, this guy is always going to be fearless. All of the rogues and assassins on this map will always chase you and they will never surrender. Some of the guys, like these 4 and this one over here, you can decrease their morale, you can shatter them, but they still will not surrender. Everybody in this room, except for the priestesses, everybody in this room will not surrender. Additionally, to win this map, you must defeat all the people with stars. There are only 5 of them. Mission info says destroy all of the Xanatos mages. That's these dudes. 5 of 5, or 0 of 5 targets neutralized. Defeat. Tran is defeated in battle. You'll notice it says nothing about Diana. Even though she is mandatory to deploy in the map, it's okay if she is defeated. However, it also says Adelia is defeated in battle. So if I defeat Adelia, who is a hostile unit on this map, we lose. Well, part of my demonstration, we're going to save before we do that, but I will defeat her just so you can see the dialogue that happens afterwards. That's not me making a mistake, I'm just going to show you. Normally when you defeat somebody, it's just like, okay, well, you just got to do the map over. You do have to do the map over, but there is some extra dialogue, not that it's major plot points or anything. Let's go ahead and start moving on out. So my front line is all infantry. It's because there's so many spearmen on this map. And you'll notice that the way the formations are set up, they are excellent targets for fire mages and Zweihanders. The reason why my tanks are Centurions is because I don't want to kill them outright. We've already seen in the last map that Dragon plus Samurai kills everybody in a 5-man team. So we're not going to do that.
School is in session.
Ready for the barbecue.
Where am I needed?
The battle lies before me.
Now with the tanks I have, I can easily charge right down the hall, but I want to show off Barnabas before we continue further. Since there are so many dark magic users on the enemy side, you may want to pack a ribbon. The reason why my tanks have 2 hospitallers in the back, even though I could have made them something else, I don't want my tanks to do too much damage, and by having 2 mounted units, that squad counts as a cavalry unit and thus moves a little further. So when I've watched other players play Symphony of War, I've seen a lot of people set up their characters like this, thinking they'll protect them from lightning mages and stuff. Okay, so this dude, he will provide heavy cover to people right behind him, even if they're partially behind him. In that same vein, on the or flip side of the coin, or whatever you want to think about it, lightning mages and centurions will still hit both of these guys. So that is not an actual reason to do it. There are reasons to split your guys halfway, like for example how we've done it here, but that is not the reason for it. Don't do it that way.
A paladin never surrenders.
Master Sergeant awaiting orders.
Alright, so this is a team of level 28s with whatever leadership they start off with. Training leadership is less about what value they have in leadership and more about
Do you know
what level they are. Yes, you might have trouble leveling them up if they're less than 10 below, meaning the difference between that unit and your leader is less than 10. But I have found that even if I were to take, say, a level 80 person with 40 leadership, they still learn slower than a level 30 person with 70 leadership. It's kind of a Tetris-y style right here. You'll see why I position my guys in this formation.
The time to act is now.
One of the reasons why we didn't just charge on this hall right away is to make the surrender of this next battle in this hallway, in this intersection, more fluid. So on turn 2, 2 assassin squads will appear on the bottom right. Turn 5, 2 assassin squads will appear on the left. And then the turn after that, 1 assassin squad will appear on the top. Those are all the reinforcements. Alright, so I said Tetris feel. You'll see that all 4 of the guys who can surrender have been squeezed into that little kill box. Once I get them to surrender, we are effectively done with taking enemies alive. You are infantry, so we'll do you last. So the reason why there's a Zweihander each group is basically because this if I want to do full offense, a Zweihander is the way to go here. The Centurion again was the spirit enemy. The reason why I have Paladins here is for magic defense. There's a lot of magic enemies in this map. The reason why my Valkyries are in the back row, rogues. I probably said that, but this is not my first time running this map, and I end up repeating myself a lot as a result, because I never know what I have said and will keep, versus like my regular stammering or things that didn't make it to the final attempt. So any attempt you see is the attempt that I decided was good to show. I don't think it's fun for you to watch me like, this guy attacked different. Like, for example, here's the reason why I reset the most recent time. I had my units here bunched up around Zeteni the Undying. I left 2 squares open thinking, okay, these guys will charge towards Zeteni. No, they didn't. They ran over and suicided on my guys. So I restarted. I don't think you really need to see that kind of stuff.
I ain't got all day.
Donar be with us.
You make this too easy.
I don't need to attack them with aggression, I just want to see the big numbers. Whoops, I needed to make this surrender. Sorry, I was busy thinking. I was busy thinking about damage. Alright, that's fine. Again, this is not a this is not a mission run we're staying with. Since these enemies have 3 rows, I'm unlikely to defeat them with melee only. The reason why this squad exists is just so they can follow behind my team and heal. Kind of like Barnabas in the original couple maps. I've changed them to a Centurion. This is one of the reasons why I haven't applied Proof of Merits. I know what they're for, like they're good, they give you like a 20% stat boost across the board for that one unit, but you can never change his class again.
You got a plan?
I find that in warfare, being flexible is very useful.
School is in session. Master Sergeant awaiting orders.
Alright, so in the first battle they had, everybody went up leadership. Let's see what happens on the very next battle they have. Everybody also goes up leadership. So it is more dependent on their level. At least as far as Barnabas's mentorship can be concerned.
Repent before the righteous.
I can't really do a lot of damage with this group, but that's fine. Neither can they.
Where am I needed?
For my people, for my homeland.
Dinner time.
The Sisterhood of Mercy, fighting for the enemy. What? Probably being blackmailed, as if I needed more reason to wipe these guys out. Tran, please do not take the lives of my sisters. If we defeat the cultists... I hear you. Let's hope the bad guys haven't made that impossible. I want him to catch up.
I ain't got all day. You got a plan?
I must stay strong. The battle lies before me.
A paladin never surrenders.
Ready for the barbecue.
Here's how I tell acolytes and paladins apart. If it's a paladin, their hammer is positioned upright, it's completely vertical. If it's an acolyte, it's slanted. So I think paladins are upright. It's stupid, but it makes it's like being able to see the difference between a ranger and and a skirmisher. If I try to pick out a detail that I can consistently and easily see in the heat of battle or when I'm looking at 200 people.
School is in session.
Do you know who I am?
Alright, in this room, the only ones who move are these 8. Everybody else is completely stationary.
Donar be with us.
You are cavalry, so you should be able to back up after I attack.
Repent before the righteous.
Your guys will attack back if the priestess squad attack you.
The time to act is now.
Again, this is hardly an optimal team. I just wanted to be able to heal Barnabas's crew if it came up. All of the cultist squads are the same. 2 spearmen and a sentinel. Yeesh. I was hoping to pull an exemplar blessing before their retaliation. I can do it now, but it's a little late. I'm pretty much gonna eradicate all these guys. This background music, it's not the first time it's appeared, but I did edit it out initially when I first set it. But it does remind me of the SNES version of Shadowrun when you're walking around the cemetery. Pretty sure my guys will heal before anything happens. So free him up to do something. The worst target wasn't the leader, and it wasn't the one with a row with 2v1 in.
Ready.
Sergeant awaiting orders.
You make this too easy.
Where am I needed?
How are we doing on time? It is turn 8. We're doing really well on time.
I ain't got all day.
For my people. For my homeland.
Just thinking about whether or not I should actually hit him. I figure it'll be alright.
Dinner time.
Okay, let's go and make a save just so we can try and demo something. First, our mission info: do not kill any Sisterhood of Mercy. So I didn't kill any of them. They all surrendered. Surely that counts, right? Oh, that blank, by the way, that was me hitting escape to try to load up the menu, but it was actually telling me I get a faction rank up Medal of Valor. That's all that was. Anyways, I was hitting escape to get to this. So you see, I succeeded in the challenge mission. I think this is bug. I'm pretty sure that it's supposed to be a red X right now, because I still get this yellow or golden check mark if I actually outright kill them. Before or after. So for example, if let's say we killed this group right here. Alright, so that one's dead now. And so is that one. We can see here that it says still golden checkmark. Okay, and for this next one,
A paladin never surrenders.
this one's a little trickier. we're gonna try to make this group surrender without killing Adelia. If Adelia dies, that's the leader. We get a game over, but then we'll also see the dialogue, so we'll see what happens here. Alright, they are shattered. So, surely this would work, right? Powers. Blessing.
Donar be with us.
Adelia! Sister Diana, my shame is boundless. Please forgive me.
You kept yourself alive. For that you need not be forgiven. Come with me, Adelia. May we never part again.
I will, sister. How I have longed to fight by your side.
That's the chick that's in the intro of the main menu. Okay. So, surely, like, doing this is some sort of super secret objective, and I didn't kill her. She's totally still alive. She can even surrender. We're gonna voluntarily make her surrender, and it counts as if she has been defeated. As if she died. Adelia! Bloody hell! What have we done? Diana. Hero has fallen in battle. That's why we save. You can also just kill her instead of make her surrender. She was totally alive!
A paladin never surrenders.
Since we already spoke to her, let's just go ahead and get rid of the last guy. There is the sorceress in the corner, but that has no bearing on the outcome. I actually thought it was gonna not make time. Figured it'd take me 12 or 13 turns to do this. I've probably played this map 8 times before this, just kind of rehearsing it and getting it all squared away.
Adelia. Dear sister, my shame knows no bounds. You are my bonded until death. What matters most is that you are alive. That Black Knight, he slayed all of the warriors. The cultists gave us a choice, to serve them or watch the children die. Children. Adelia, where is Alex? I do not know. They were all taken away, to be re-educated to serve Xanatos. They killed any priestesses who dared to object.
Diana.
At least, we bonded are reunited. It is time for you to go to war, Adelia. By my side. I will spend my entire life's blood for you, sister. May we be whole once again.
I know it's supposed to be a touching moment, but I can't let it go any longer.
Isaac, make us whole again.